the Week. I'm Dara O'Brien. Joining me this week are Andy Parsons, Simon Evans and Mickey Flanagan, Chris Addison, Hugh Dennis and Greg Davies. We start with a round called Headliners. Here's a picture of the Lib Dem top brass recently. But what does CRCT stand for?
Is it Cable reaches centenary today?
Cable remembers Crimea and Trafalgar.
He's got his finger pointed at Clegg. Is it Cable reveals collaborator? Ta-da!
Is it Clegg regrets couples therapy?
Is it what happened next? Is it Cable reaches and caresses tenderly?
Is it Cable resembles crinkly testicle?
Could it be... can't remember choosing them?
Is it Cable realises Clegg's a Tory?
Yeah.
I think Tosser would have got a bigger...
Yeah? So have a crack at that one.
You make it political, I'll make it funny.
Does anyone have the correct answer?
Is it Conference reveals coalition tensions?
That's exactly what it is. Thank you very much, Andy. Yes, the answer I was looking for was Conference reveals coalition tensions. This is the news that the Liberal Democrat Party conference has exposed growing tensions within the coalition. The latest claim comes as the party's president, Tim Farron, says the Lib Dems have become tainted by their association with the Conservatives, comparing the coalition to a marriage that is heading for divorce. Now, who's come out fighting this week, then, for the Lib Dems?
They all have, haven't they?
Yeah.
Did you see what the slogan was for the Lib Dem conference? In government, on your side. And I was thinking, surely a better slogan would be, in government, still can't bloody believe it.
This was a bit, because it's a very fighting talk kind of conference, and it was like, oh, we're not the Tory, oh, we're showing them every day. One of the things he said was, we are blocking Tory laws every day, like they're ninjas, and he's being flung out there.
This is going to be the biggest divorce since Paul McCartney dumped Heather Mills, although, unlike the Tories, Heather Mills does lean slightly to the left.
The tragedy of it is that it's on the telly, isn't it? And these are a party in power. They're sharing government, and the conference is on. And when you turn on the conference, you don't think, "Oh, look, I really must listen to all these arguments." You think, "What have they done with diagnosis murder?"
It's the language that the press choose to report it in that's amazing. The Daily Mail always choose words to make the Liberals look even more ridiculous than they actually are. They said that the Liberals were threatening to flounce out of government. We're going to go, come on, Vince, get your red box, we're leaving. Talk to the hand, because the legislative agenda ain't listening.
And he said we're punching above our weight.
Yeah.
Where I come from, that's a really bad thing. Well, you're punching above your weight a bit, aren't you? Yeah. In my town, you're punching above your weight if your wife hasn't got a beard.
What proposal has Energy Secretary Chris Huhne announced this week?
He's going to try and force energy companies to reduce prices, isn't he?
Something about... Yeah, he is, yeah, because he thinks that people aren't getting the competition they deserve.
I think the problem there is that people don't understand energy supplier, the phrase, do they? Particularly teenagers and stuff. You say, you know, have you switched your energy supplier? They'll probably go, well, like I was on Lucozade, now I'm on Relentless.
That's the problem. That is the voice of young Britain, right?
I'm, in fact, on Economy 7. Oh. And that's supposed to save you money, because the idea is you do things overnight. But I'm not sure it does actually save you money, because you tend to put the washing machine to go on overnight, then you actually forget that you've put it on. 2 days later, you go back to the washing machine, smell the clothes, think, I better put those on again.
Isn't Economy 7 saving you money so long as you're using it in 1986? I would say to you, Andy, that cookability is...
And if you want to save energy, Andy, you want to fit the best fit ever at.
It's called Economy 7!
It is called Economy 7, yeah.
Andy, I've got something to say to you. Boom, 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 boom. That's so blue.
Leave him. Don't take the piss out of him. He's got a tiger in his tank.
The funny thing is, I don't get any of these jokes because I grew up in Ireland. I don't get any of these jokes.
How about fiddly-dee, have coal?
That wasn't a popular ad in Ireland, thank you very much.
It would make things a lot easier if there was an actual difference when you switch supplier. If they went, I've gone from EDF to British Gas, and now, I don't know, it looks a bit French or something. Do you know what I mean? If it just had something about it, that it wasn't patently exactly the same gas, and just a different bill.
What, you think the gas should come out in a different colour?
Yes, I don't know, or shape or something.
Oh, I like this. This is new. Ooh, dun, 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 dun. Every so often a Sonnet Lumiere show would go on.
My father is convinced that since they switched to a French-owned electricity company, that it's coming through slower. He is sure of it. I don't know what it means.
And did you think that it's kind of coming with a kind of a French... I'll be there in a minute. Why are you so desperate to have a cup of tea? I'll be there.
I'm still distressed to find out that my Economy 7 only existed back in the 1980s.
In other news...
Yes.
What's going on here?
Oh, that's great.
Here's Louis with the over 25s.
Is it the 8 stickers I need to complete my Panini hammer?
Got it.
Are they the victims of a ninth man who's been gluing people to rulers?
This is a campaign against selling Stella Artois. These are the women you end up sleeping with.
Oh, in fact, these are the replies that convinced me to cancel my subscription on Match.com.
The bloke in the top right definitely used to have his head slapped by Benny Hill. That's all right.
OK. Oh, no.
I know it's a poster for the new movie, The Unusual Suspects.
They are all Amish, by those who are very respected from Kentucky. They've been jailed for non-payment of fines after they refused to put reflective safety signs on their horse-drawn buggies because it was too modern.
It wasn't one of the better University Challenge episodes.
And the Amish University A versus Amish University B. I love the idea of that being a University Challenge, and the scores remain 0 because neither Amish team wishes to use the buzzer.
He looks so much guiltier, that bloke in the top right, than all the others, doesn't he? It's like Father Christmas has been hanging out with the wrong people.
You want to have a look at one more, J.J. But yeah, let's have a close up at one more. You had this up your sleeve. How I would look as a Amish.
Is it like a young Ken Clark?
It is Ken Clark, yeah.
Are you sure it's not an advert for Regain Hair Foams?
It's going to be a warning ad. I smeared it here, and it came out here. OK, at the end of that round, the points go to Chris, Hugh and Gray. Now, we play a round called Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Stand-Up. This game involves Simon, Greg and Mickey, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch a wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is fatherhood. Who wants to come in on that? Greg.
Yeah, my father has taken fatherhood in a very strange direction in the last few years. And it started about 3 years ago at Christmas when he announced to me, and this is a quote, and all of what I'm about to tell you is entirely real. This happened. He said to me, "Son, I am 72. I said, "I'm aware of that." He said, "Yes. I've decided from now on I shall start behaving exactly as I see fit." And I said, "Well, I would welcome that." He said, "I'm glad you agree, because when you come home for Christmas, you'll discover this year that I am wearing a Christmas outfit." I went, all right then. I got home, and true to his word, he was wearing a Christmas outfit. I swear to you, it was one giant pair of white underpants that stretched from his knees to just below his nipples, and a novelty Santa hat with a flashing bulb on the end. And he came downstairs, and this is a quote, "Do you like?" And I went, "Yes." And he said, "Well, I don't know what to do with it." And I said, "Well, I said, I find it a bit challenging. He said, I don't give a shit what you think. And he went off to eat some cheese. This is where it gets weird. I went out that night with some of the people in my hometown. Midnight, anticipating me coming home, my mother tells me he did this. He went upstairs in his panther outfit. He went to my mother's sheet drawer, for she has one. He took out a double white sheet. He placed that over his head. He went out into their garden and he hid in a bush. With a view to giving me, his then 40-year-old son, a bit of a scare. Presumably, my mother is so sick of his shit, she decided not to tell him something that she full well knew, that on that occasion, I'd stayed over at a friend's house.
Well done. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The next subject is class. Who wants to come in on that? Simon.
Class, yes. This is a society, our country is a society driven by class. I was very much aware of this when I lived in Brixton for many years. Yeah, exactly. No, seriously, the streets of Brixton are littered with homeless people, vagrants, derelicts of one kind or another. It's very distressing if you're trying to pursue a middle-class path. And you become... And I, you know, and I could blinker myself to them when I was a young man, but when I had children, it became more difficult. Certainly, we had a three-wheeler, we could get over most of them, but it slowed you down. And it would puzzle me why they were there, to be honest, because, I mean, you know, homelessness is very sad, but why, if you're homeless, would you choose to stay in Brixton? The one advantage of being homeless is you can choose where you live. A couple of hours walk, you could be in the countryside. A couple of vouchers out of the Daily Mail, you could be in the south of France by the weekend. Pick up some cheap booze on the ferry. They like a drink, don't they, the homeless, as a rule? I don't want to tar them all with the same brush. Although if you sleep on the road, that will happen sooner or later. I do think it's a bit ironic the favourite drink of the homeless should be a beer called Tennant's.
OK, that leaves us with Mickey. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And subject is fashion.
Now, I'll tell you about fashion. Now, a few years ago, I was looking for a new image. So I started going on stage like this, thinking that'll create an image for me. They'll go, oh, you've seen the geezer, stunning looking, where's his top button done? Right? But I subsequently found out the image this tends to create is you're a wanker. So I looked into the whole issue of it, and I'll tell you the situation with the shirt button, OK? So, because the people don't really thought of like that, they tend to undo their top button. There we go. It's better, isn't it? However, it's not enough. Still a bit too high. Still a bit of tension in the room. What you really want is one more. Watch. See that? It's palpable, isn't it? Everyone's going, whoa, thank God for that. That is the level of buttonage we require from a man going out for the evening to the all bar one. Very good. However, if I go one more, I'm suddenly back to being an arsehole again. How tough is it being a man knowing that you're going through life only ever one button away from being a wanker or an arsehole?
There you go. Well done all of you. The points there. And go to Simon and Mickey. Come on, let's sit down.